What is going on with Africans between African Americans?
None of your business. In other words, black folk business is black folk business. To make it simpler, don't worry about the drama happening in a certain community that you're not a part of. We as black people, especially Afro-Americans, have been addressing the diaspora wars happening within our community, and that's for us to mitigate. And even if you're just genuinely curious, you asking that question is lighting a fire that we're already trying to extinguish. There are white people in the United Kingdom who don't care for white people in the United States. Inquire about that. There are people in France that don't like the way people in Canada speak French. Inquire about that. Across the world in different diasporas, there are many differences that groups have that stem from misunderstandings, but that's for those groups to figure out. And contrary to popular belief, there are a lot of Africans that don't have a problem with African Americans and vice versa, so don't generalize. And that's coming from an African American who's actually been to Africa, hence the shirt. So if it's not your community, don't worry about it.
Grand rising kings and queens from Africa and across the ocean. I send love, strength, and honor to every single black soul who has tuned in today from Lagos, Johannesburg, Kingston, Grenada, to Canada, UK, New York City, Chicago. I send you love. And this is not just another video. This is a global declaration. This is a spiritual awakening and a reminder that we as black people, we are stepping into our purpose and reclaiming our truth. Now, the lies have run their course. The illusions are fading. And black people around the globe, black people around the world are tired. Not because we are weak. Tired because we have carried the weight of falsehood for too long. We have carried the weight of division for too long. The manipulation and the silence for too long. And something is shifting. Something is rising. Global power. Black global power awakening. And it's awakening in the hearts and minds of our people across continents. Now, this is what black people have decided. I want you to watch these clips first. And then I'll come to explain what black people have decided. Let's watch this one.
TikTok is powerful.
On August 1st, right, there's going to be a supposed nationwide boycott against African-owned businesses. And the people that are going to be doing the boycotting are so-called black Americans.
Right. And I need black people to understand that we are so powerful that we influence other communities, especially when we airing out our grievances on the internet.
And I'm not black, okay? I am not black, but I'm still going to go ahead and say this. This is really, really, really disgusting, and this is also nauseating to me.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, it don't matter. YouTube, it doesn't matter, right? Because everybody else is watching us at all times. So this video, this Asian guy, he's in our business. And he thinks he knows what's going on because we are airing each other out online.
Because it just shows you the significant and notable amount of self-hate that so-called black Americans, or what they call themselves to be FBA or ADOS, it shows the significant amount of self-hate that they have against their African brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa, and how much they are trying to delineate themselves from their African ancestry.
And what he's talking about is the diaspora wars, right? And he's talking about how insane it looks to him. So if it looks insane to him, it looks insane to the Mexicans, to the white people, and to all the other races, right? So we got to be careful. We can have our grievances and beefs because they do too, right? Every ethnicity group, racial group, whatever you want to call it, they all have their grievances with each other. But I'm telling black people that we got to be careful because we got dudes like him who's trying to understand what's going on in our community. And he's a full-blown Asian man, right? So it's kind of our fault too, because we on the internet airing each other out. So what it looks like to them is that we hate each other. We're dysfunctional. We don't hate each other. We might be a little bit dysfunctional. We just got to be careful on where we airing our grievances out because of examples like this, right? So if I'm going to say it again, if he understand, or he's trying to understand, but if he sees it, white people see it, Hispanics see it, right? Everybody sees it. So we got to take this into consideration when we airing each other out on the internet.
You know, it comes to a point where y'all start pissing me off. As a Black American, Black Americans are really starting to piss me off with the anti-Blackness, because that's what it is. Why are y'all mad that we're being compared to Africans? Why is that upsetting you? Why is that bothering you? I've seen several videos, or I'm seeing several think pieces on Black Americans talking about how we don't look like Africans. Nigga, we Black. We all Black. Whether you from the United Kingdom, you know what I'm saying, Europe, whether you a Black American, wherever the fuck, give no fucks. Why are you getting mad that we're being compared to Africans? We look like them. Why are y'all getting mad that they're saying that we look alike, that we have similarities? That I've seen some videos of Africans saying that, you know, Black Americans look African, like there's really no distinction. And I think y'all don't understand that two things or multiple things can be true at once. They can. First of all, Africa is a continent with many different languages, many different cultures, many different countries within the continent. So yes, there are distinctions. Like somebody that's from Sudan, like a Sudanese person, you could tell how they look versus a Black person that was born in Britain. To me, I could see the distinctions, but I could also see the similarities as well. We do look alike. Yes, there are some distinctions, but there are a lot of similarities. So I'm trying to figure out why the fuck y'all mad that we're being compared to them. Why is that? It's like y'all are offended that we're being called African. And it's pissing me off, because if somebody told me I look African, bitch, that mean I'm fucking Prussia, ho. Bitch, that mean I'm Prussia, ho. If somebody came up to me and said, you look African, bitch, you basically said I'm exotic. What? Bitch, you saying I'm exotic? Bitch, I feel like a zebra. Bitch, I feel like a fucking pelican or some shit. That's gonna make me feel fly as fuck. Like, you tooting my horn. I feel like you giving me a compliment. That's making me feel like, bitch, you saying I'm exotic. Because Africans are exotic. Bitch, you don't get no more exotic than Africans. If somebody tell me I'm African, bitch, I'm gonna ask them, what tribe you think I'm from? What tribe do you think I'm from? That's how I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Why the fuck are y'all taking it as offensive that Africans are saying that we look like them? Bitch, I'm finna call all y'all out. Because if they say that you look like a native indigenous person, you will not be offended by that shit. If they, especially Black people who have like looser texture hair, if somebody told you, oh, is you mixed with Puerto Rican? Oh, you mixed with this or that? You would not be offended by that shit. But because we're being compared to Africans, God forbid, because we are African, y'all offended by that shit. Why is that? Bro, it's anti-Blackness, because why are you offended that you're being compared to Africans? My God, I beg you guys to stop this shit. Y'all are pissing me off. Like, y'all, bro, I would say this. The only one logical argument I heard was, you know, somebody saying that they only say that to dark-skinned people, which is true. Y'all only compare dark-skinned people to Africans, because I never hear y'all assuming that lighter-skinned Black people are African. Y'all never compare them. Y'all never assume like, oh, you mixed with African. Because, you know, light-skinned Africans do in fact exist. Just like light-skinned Black Americans exist. Yeah. Light-skinned Africans exist all over. I don't really never hear y'all saying, is you African when it's a lighter-skinned person? I will agree with that argument. But still, nonetheless, if you're a Black person and you're offended that someone's comparing you to an African, check yourself. Check yourself at the door. Because ask yourself, why does that offend you? If somebody ever tell me I look African as a Black American, that's going to make my day. That's going to make my day, bitch. I'm going to be happy as smiling from ear to ear. You said I look what? I'm where? I'm going to go along with it. Yes, I am. Bitch, what tribe do you think I'm from? Yeah, I'm African. Yeah, I'm African. The fuck?
Even if you were born in the US and you've lived in the US for 400 years, your DNA still whispers Africa. Your roots trace back to Central Africa, West Africa, the Sahel. Your ancestors practiced African spirituality and they ate African food. They also spoke African languages before slavery beat it, burnt it, and erased it from them. So when you say you have no roots in Africa, you are not speaking facts. You're talking from a place of pain and cultural disconnection, denial, trauma, all caused by slavery, white supremacy, and erasure. Africans are supposed to unite for upliftment. We are supposed to unite for growth and support for each other and our community, not boycotting African-owned businesses. Stop that.
Gotta put this in there because I just realized what I was saying in the video. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. I gotta put that in there because what I just said, yeah. So I just seen this post where this lady is sitting up on there talking about August 1st. It's supposed to be the day that everybody's supposed to boycott African shops. My first question is, how are you boycotting something that you don't go to? You have locks in your head. How are you boycotting African braiders with locks in your head? Make it make sense to me. Also, how could you skip over everybody else and jump straight to the Africans? How do we do that? You literally jumped over white racist people, Mexican racist people, Latino racist people, Asian racist people, fucking fake ass Indian racist people. You skipped over all their businesses, all of them, and went straight to the Africans. And all the Africans do is just talk shit. They just speak their mind. They aren't out here trying to eliminate us, unalive us, harm us, and do all this shit to us. They're not doing that. That's everybody else that you skipped over. Those businesses that you are meant to boycott, that you are supposed to boycott, that you should boycott. But no, you want to go straight to the African braiders with locks in your head. You don't even get your hair done by them. So why the fuck are you boycotting them? Please make it make sense to me. And why are they the main priority right now? We got Gucci, we got Louis, Prada, all them motherfuckers need to be boycotted. Walmart, Walgreens, those are all white businesses. These gas stations, they are all disrespectful too, and they not us. They not African either. Why we not boycotting them? You're boycotting Africans when there are more and bigger fucking issues out here than an African talking shit, saying that they don't want to be entwined with us or put in the same category as us. That's your problem. That's why you want to boycott them. But you don't want to boycott people that's out here taking your people's lives. Please make that make sense to me. Y'all be out here talking about the wrong things, fighting for the wrong shit. Africans, you know they are a part of us. Whether they want to say it or not, they are a part of us. So why the fuck do we keep fighting our own? When we got so many fucking other enemies out here, but yet we keep fighting our own. They are a part of us. They're like our long lost cousins. Understand this, bro. There's more important shit out here than boycotting a fucking African's braiding shop. Like, bro, y'all got me so tongue-tied with this bullshit because y'all be really trying it on here. Lady, get your shit together. Get your priorities in check. Because you are focused on the wrong motherfucking thing right now.
Welcome back. Allow me to begin with the lies. I know you know all this, but let me just rant. Allow me to begin with the lies. The lies that was fed to our generations after generations. The lies about who we are. The lies about our culture. The lies about our identity and where it came from. Lies about what black people are capable of doing. They told us that we are savages before slavery, or we were savages. They told us that Africa was dark, poor, and backwards, that their colonizations was a gift to black people, to Africa, that their slavery was just history, that blackness is a curse, blackness is something to be ashamed of, and that we are lazy, violent, and unintelligent. That's what we were told. But we are done with those lies. Because the truth is, before colonization, Africa was the mother of civilization. Timbuktu had universities before Europe even have the concept of modern education. Ethiopia stood tall against colonization. Egypt was the mother of writing mathematics, while the rest of the world was still in the dark hunting with sticks. Egypt was doing the civilization. Egypt had great scientists. They told black Americans they were just the descendants of slaves, but they left out the part that black Americans built America. They left out the part that the black labor turned cotton into wealth. They left out the place where their inventions shaped modern society, where their minds fought against oppression, where that they left the part where black Americans created a culture that the whole world admire up to now. The whole world copies. The lie was always the same. Keep them disconnected, keep them divided, and make sure they forgot they are who they are. They forgot about their power. And let me tell you, they decided gaslighting. They didn't just stop at lies. They added gaslighting. And every time that black people said we're being oppressed, they told us we were imagining it. Every time black people protested, they were told that they are ungrateful. Every time black people rose up, they were told that they are angry. And they taught black people to question everything. We started questioning ourselves. Some black people were manipulated into arguing against each other. And we have seen it online. African calling black Americans lazy, black Americans calling Africans scammers or ungrateful. The diaspora was never about our people hating each other. The diaspora it was the results of countries of propaganda planted by colonizers, slave traders, and imperialists. But something is working out, because now black people are talking, black people are connecting, and black people are now sharing stories, and we are realizing that our differences are strength, not a threat. Our differences are a strength, not a threat to them. Recently, we saw some attempts to spark boycotting between Africans and black Americans. A few people tried to fan or to light up flames, suggested that black Americans should stop supporting African businesses and vice versa. But something incredible happened. Black people said no. They said that we are not boycotting each other. We are not playing that game anymore. If we are to boycott anything, it will be the system that profit from our division. If we are to boycott anything, it's about the system. That's what black people are saying. And that is very powerful. That's what we need to hear. That is what unity is the unity in action. Instead of falling for the bait, I see black people, I see black Americans praising African businesses. Instead of boycotting, I see Africans supporting black-owned brands, the black Americans brands in the USA, and etc., etc. And I see black people reminding everyone that the system wants us divided, because they know that togetherness we are unstoppable. It is something that they never expected black people to do, and we are happy. Personally, as a Pan-African, I'm so happy that this is happening, and it is so powerful. Black unity is economic power. Black unity is a threat, and that's why they fear it. That's why they tried, or they are trying to sabotage it. But we have made our decision as black people that we are investing in each other right now. We are not falling for the bait. We are not being gaslighted. We are not accepting that to be divided by this mere boycotting, mere things from black people. We are doing great on this, and I'm so happy for that. And let me tell you, the so-called diaspora wars, that it's just mostly online. On the ground, most black people don't hate each other. That is reality. When you meet a sister from Jamaica or a brother from Nigeria in real life, it is love. It is respect, and it is cultural exchange. I have a lot of black Americans brothers here in Kenya. We meet, I meet them. I have Jamaican's brother, we meet. And when we meet, we never talk about the wars. We even don't realize there is online wars. We even don't know there is such something called diaspora war. It is happiness, greatness. So that's where it comes in. The media. They are using the media to divide us. They are using the media to send these lies out. They are using the media to create these wars. They elevated the loudest, most ignorant voices and push the narrative that served no one interest but their own interest. But I'm so happy black people are now seeing it. We are seeing those laws. We are seeing the wars losing streams or losing steam. We are seeing black people from all over the world checking each other with love. We are not falling for the bait. Instead of fighting over who suffered more, instead of fighting who created this, instead of fighting that we suffered more than you, we are starting to recognize that we all suffered. And yes, we all suffered in different ways, but from the same person, from the same source. And now we fight not against each other, but togetherness. We are going to fight against the oppression, against the oppression, against the oppressor, against the system that wants us down. The unity is real. It is not perfect, but it is powerful. And let me tell you something for real. A major shift is happening. More and more black Americans are returning to Africa, not just for vacation. I have a friend, a Jamaican friend who is here in Africa. It's called Jamrock Tours, something like that. He's a Jamaican. He came here, opened a restaurant here, and he's doing great. And he has employed people. And he's uniting, he's bringing more Jamaicans to Africa. And I love that. Jamrock Tours, what he's doing is great. I have a brother from Jamaica too. He came in Africa, he came in Kenya, and he came again and again. And I'm looking forward for him to come and build something here. I have a black American sister who came to Kenya in 2020, and she is requesting to return back, and she wants to retire here. I have more black American friends. I have one who is more than 60 years old. She want to retire here in Kenya, and she have started to ask questions. More and more black people, when we see these black people, black Americans commenting, saying that we are not Africans, we will not come to Africa. But let me tell you, maybe that comment will be so much highlighted, but I tell you for sure, out of 10 of my cousins from America, 8 of them are willingly to return back to the motherland, very willingly. And when I see more and more black Americans turning to Africa, I love that. They are buying land, they are starting companies here, they are opening schools, they are investing in culture, because they know the truth. They know the truth. Africa is not what the West portrayed. Africa is not poor. Africa is rich in resources, in history, in talent, in opportunities. As black Americans right now, they are realizing that their future doesn't have to be tied in a country that refuses to see them as the part of it, to see their humanity. And they are reclaiming this continent. And they are doing it not just to take over. They don't want to take over, but to reconnect. And Africans are opening the doors. We don't choose. Not because of guilty. We are opening the doors because of love. We are opening the doors because deep down we know that we are the people, one blood, one family. And all of us must make something clear. The enemy was never each other. The enemy is the system, the white system, the colonial system, the imperialist structure that drew fake borders, that built wealth from the suffering of black people, that profited from slavery, that weaponized skin tone, that profited from our culture without giving credit. They put tribe against tribe. And that is the enemy. And that enemy is terrified because they see what is coming. They see that the children of Africa, both at home and abroad, are waking up. They see that the descendants of slaves and the descendants of the white or the warriors are joining, not the whites, are joining hands. And even the whites The white Gen Zs are now buying the story, are now learning the truth, and they are joining forces with the black people. They see the investment that black people are doing in Africa, and even they are trying to limit it. They are trying to put the travel bans, but this unity will break that. The cultural pride, the shifting consciousness, all this is happening. And let me tell you for sure, they are afraid. They are afraid because once black people truly unite across the globe, no power on earth can stop us. And that's why every day I preach about unity. That's why every day I create video. On 2-3 videos I create, I make sure I have a video of unity, because we need to be united as black people. That is the only way we can guarantee our children a greater future. The unity of black people is the only way you can guarantee a black American kid a better future. You can guarantee a black American kid that there will not be more police brutality. You can guarantee an African kid that you don't need to move somewhere else to get better life. And unity is what will take us there. When I preach unity every day, it's not about lacking of content. It's about what my purpose is. My purpose is to call black people together. My purpose is to unite black Americans, Caribbeans, Africans, and all black people around the globe. My purpose is not about revenge to the white systems. My purpose is to make the white systems understand that black people are rising up. And every white person, each and every white person who wants to ally themselves with black people must do it now, because power is shifting, and we don't want issues like what is happening in South Africa, where white South Africans are saying it is reverse racism. No, being called accountable or being facing your the accountability or being being below while black person is at the top, it is not reverse racism. This is reality, because once upon a time, white people were on top, even if they were never qualified to be there. So it's not about things is happening, and we are seeing the shift. Now, the rise of a new global black mindset. And this isn't just a trend. It's a shift of mindset. A global black mindset is emerging. One that values Pan-Africanism, one that values economic empowerment, one that values cultural pride, one that values... And black people are educating themselves. We are educating ourselves, not just in schools, but through books, through conversations, through ancestral knowledge. And we are investing, not in designer brands, but in land, in ideas, in each other. We are no longer waiting to be included. We are including ourselves. We are building our own table. We are no longer asking for acceptance. That's what black people are doing right now. We are embracing our truth. This is the rise to the new era. My message is that stay with your chest high. Say it with your soul. We are done with the lies. We are done with the lies. And we will no longer be tools of the system. We will no longer be ashamed of our roots. We will no longer be silent in the face of injustice. We choose unity. We choose truth. We choose power. We choose each other. From the streets of Atlanta to the villages of Mbokolo, Uganda, we choose unity. And we will not stop, because this is what we have decided. Now, what black people have decided is unity. Until next episode, peace out.